Ex-girlfriend ran you over for what reason?
Well,
And we're live. We're live, guys.
We're live?
This is Witty.
And we're live. And this is hi, I'm Fred.
we gonna clap off.
We don't need to.
Oh, we don't need to do that anymore.
Nah. And this is Seth right there.
Well, hey guys, it's Seth. I'm an old OG here.
Yeah, so this is welcome to the podcast, guys. This is Unpopularity Contest. That's Dan.
Fuck me.
Yeah, that's Dan. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Dan.
I'm Dan.
Shut up, Dan. So
That was well deserved.
all right, guys, welcome back to the podcast. This is Unpopularity Contest. This podcast, we talk about pretty much whatever we want from week to week. This is the first podcast that all of us are here. This is kind of a big deal. All four of us are here. Nobody had anything better to do. Well, we all had probably something better to do. Like I have a lot of stuff I still need to get done today. But
I gotta go.
that sounds like something Seth would say. So
Wow.
Peace out,
hurts.
Seth.
That hurts to the core.
all right. Well, all four of us are here, and let's go ahead and get this thing going.
Yup.
Yeah. Hey, Woody.
Hey.
How was your 420?
Well, not as you'd expect.
Woody
What would I expect?
Woody doesn't do that.
I don't know.
I would expect Woody would have enjoyed the holiday
So,
in a certain way.
my 420, I was going to go down, and I was going to go to my buddy's wedding. So I was like, I was like the reception, for all his family. He's Vietnamese. So, I mean, it was huge. There was like 300 people there. Well, 2 days before the wedding, he calls me. I was out in California still, I'm pretty sure. We were just about to leave. And he's like, hey, dude, this is not what I wanted to do. Last resort. And I was like, shit. I thought he was going to tell me I couldn't come to the wedding because it was like family only or some weird shit. And I was like, oh, man. He's like, my photographer didn't work out. Can you shoot it for me? And I was like, oh, my.
That sounds terrible.
I did. I said yes immediately.
You're a good friend.
I'll tell you right now that, and I said this before the wedding, so it had nothing to do with the wedding. If I had been asked before I'd said, okay, I want to go to the wedding, and he was like, I'll give you $4,000, I would have said no. Because I don't want to shoot people. I don't like photographing people or weddings or anything. It was really fun, and I might do one in the future again, but
I don't like doing it, but
basically,
I also would do it again.
I went in before. I was like, God damn, I just don't like people. I don't want to do it. I have like anxiety about it. I just don't think I'm good. It turned out great, but anyways,
That's 2 for 2 on wedding shoots you've killed.
yeah, apparently, and they actually invited me after seeing like a couple shots. They want me to. They're gonna pay for my whole trip to Bali.
What?
That's if my boss will let me miss an event.
So you're celebrating 420.
Which event is that? Which event would you be missing?
It's the one event we have like 4 or 5 other photographers at this year. So I mean,
What is it?
should be great.
Ice cream cruise?
The ice cream
It's
cruise.
Ice Cream Cruise.
Huh.
Yeah, That's what I was thinking.
It's our one charity event we do all year.
Perfect. I can donate some of my profit to
you won't do
foundations.
That. You won't do
So
that.
you-
I'll
It's
donate
an
$200 if I can go to Bali. That's a bucket list once in a lifetime thing.
I would
Yeah.
The
just
whole trip's paid for, and I get to go stay in this villa like overlooking the ocean for 2.5 weeks.
It sounds like an excuse
Damn.
to get out of volunteering.
Oh,
Very
Can I go? Because I want an excuse to get out of volunteering. I'll donate $200 as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, if that works.
Apparently the going rate of our
So-
work is $200.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll donate how much. But anyways, that's that. But anyways, the wedding, it was crazy. Vietnamese people party fucking hard, dude. Oh my goodness.
Apparently
What can I
you've
say?
carried those traits over as now you're drinking on the job.
Yeah. What you sipping on there, bud?
Well, I'm sipping on some Jesse James American Outlaw bourbon
sponsor.
whiskey.
Wow, that's very. Is
Yeah.
it even good, or is it just
Well,
like?
haven't tried it yet. I wish I had some scotch, but unfortunately, there's none upstairs. So,
First world.
Sounds like it's just like a namesake thing. Like,
that's pretty good.
okay.
Tastes like wood.
Tastes
Well,
like wood.
I hope
and
so.
he is
I like it.
Now
No,
spunky.
that's so much better than I thought it was going to be. Anyways, Vietnamese party was crazy. They partied forever. Photos went great. We
Was
had a good
Dan there?
time. I don't know. He could have been. Oh,
Probably wouldn't have known.
there's one instant. Well, there's quite a few things to stay out, but there's one thing that was kind of funny. I was taking photos on the dance floor, and this lady man. I'm not
There
sure.
was a lady boy at the reception.
I think that's kind of what it was.
I've never heard Lady Man before.
So I was at the reception taking pictures. Hey, you single? And I was like, picture time. And then later, I'm coming out of the bathroom, and he or she walks out and he's like, "What's up, dude?" And I was like, "Oh, this is weird."
So you got hit on by a lady boy.
Yeah.
So Dan was there.
I mean, Dan could have been there, dude. There was 300.
Well, that's impossible. Dan's North Korean.
It was really fun though, and I was
Fuck
happy
you.
to like help out. Here we go. That.
Yeah, that's definitely a dude.
Let me see.
That's a hard dude right there.
That's a weird term to use for that.
And
You can tell.
a hard
You can
dude.
tell because of two things.
Adam's apple.
One is the asshole. Two, he looks like he's 6'4".
Yeah.
yeah, he's pretty tall. Anyways, party was wild. It was crazy. I was just
Apparently.
honestly happy to save the day or whatever. Like, they would have had no photos. That would have sucked. So
It's pretty important.
I got that. That was fun. You know, weekend was pretty crazy.
Getting
Nice.
lit.
Yeah, it's a good time.
What'd you do, Fred?
I went to Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah. My girlfriend lives out there, and
Congrats, by the way.
Ooh, that's the third time I've heard you use that term.
yeah, it's official now.
new
It's
to you.
Facebook.
This was over the weekend.
Yeah, it's Facebook official.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's real.
Official.
How'd you ask her out? I'm genuinely
FBO.
curious.
How did I ask her
Yeah,
out?
how'd you do it?
I literally just asked her.
Like,
It wasn't.
where were you guys?
It's not a proposal. Like,
Yeah, no.
Yes, so? What are you just sitting there
These
and
two
you're eating? You're like,
situations are either
"What up,
middle
bitch? Trying to go out? Trying to be my girlfriend?" She like, "Yeah," and then you just like go back to eating and watching Netflix. Like, come on, give me some romance,
it
brother.
It wasn't very romantic at all.
Well, how'd it go? I want to know.
This is a very awkward conversation.
Very intrusive.
I didn't think it was a.
I literally just asked her. So I just asked her.
No, that's good.
It was very, and she was like, "What did you say?" And I was
Really?
because
Were
it
you
was like I
nervous?
just said it very just like.
So you
whatever.
were just chilling. You were like, "Yo, what's up? You want to go out?"
Like, no, let's
Yeah.
make this official.
Well, it was.
What was your? Oh, can I see your heart rate monitor for that day? I want to see how high it got when you asked her out.
Oh
It
man,
probably didn't get that high.
That would have been high for me.
it probably set off alert notification saying he's got a high heart rate.
Yeah, it's like Freddy's the hospital.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't realize I had been talking to her for like 5 or 6 months,
Yeah.
and that's a little bit.
Yeah, you probably want to lock
That's
that
about the
down.
time when the girl asks you, "What are we?" And I was like, "Oh shit."
Did she ask or did you beat that?
She might. I don't think she directly asked that, but she had strong reference to that type of question.
Okay, yeah.
So I decided to go ahead and.
Pop it.
She bought him
Yeah.
a Harlequin backpack, so he really had no choice. there.
Dude,
Honestly, that was clutch.
that was so cool.
That was a deal.
That was one of the coolest things I've seen, dude. Like how
a trap.
custom, like how personal.
That was well. I found this site that made a whole bunch of. They make like pillows, phone cases.
Yeah, I looked at the site.
backpack and stuff.
It looks cool.
Low Fab Designs is who makes it or whatever. And I was like, this is freaking cool. And then I was like, check this out. And I was like, I'm thinking about buying, maybe the pillows or something like that. And then I show up and she has the backpack for me.
That's awesome.
And I was like,
Pretty lit.
well, that's fucking cool. Like, that'll be like the backpack I take to car shows or anytime I'm in the Harlequin,
Oh, yeah.
I'll take that around.
I would have thought you were gonna start taking that around now and like.
It's in the car.
Oh,
Yeah.
you should have brought it down and show it off.
Well, the other backpack, I'll go get it in a little bit.
Make
But
a
I
great
guess you don't
thumbnail.
want to get to beat up.
yeah, the
on
other
those
backpack's
trips.
kind of like my
True.
beat up. Like I can
that
throw it
thing's
on the track
freaking
type.
haggard.
Like the Harlequin backpack is going
That's
to
a
be
nice
one that.
bag.
Yeah, your bags. Can you imagine Harlequin like falling off? You hit a bump in the golf cart and it just.
Yeah, I'd be a little upset.
Yeah, that'd be sad.
Your computer gets
But
thrown around.
speaking of being in Chicago, I was there for a car show. Well, I was there to see my girlfriend, and then we also went to a car show. And
I love how you repurposed that situation there.
well, I was there to see her, and then we happened to go to a car show. But I think we stayed at a hotel because she lives in like Northwest Indiana, and the car show was like an hour away. I was like, I'm not getting up that early. I was like, I'm gonna stay at a hotel like 10 minutes away from where this place is gonna be. So we drove up there. I think we paid like $12 or $13 to drive on this toll road, and it was like one of the worst roads I've ever driven on.
That's expensive.
And well, it was like every freaking like 2 miles, it was like $1.50.
Maybe they're saving up to build a new road.
Try driving on the Skyway. You just pay it up front, and it's still the same thing.
That road was trash, and I actually made a status about it, and I was like, why did I tagged Illinois' DOT, and I was like, why did I just pay $13 to drive down one of the worst roads? Like, what are you spending I don't know what they're spending the money on, honestly.
I think
because they're not spending
those roads are trash.
You say they're worse than Pennsylvania? I think I saw you.
Pennsylvania. Okay, I drive through Pennsylvania every time I go to Ocean City, and I drive there it's a good ways through Pennsylvania on the way to Ocean City and then on the way back. Illinois roads that one Illinois road was worse than Pennsylvania roads. Wow. And Pennsylvania roads are trash.
I've heard you talk about it. When we were in Puerto Rico, you said that they were like as bad as Pennsylvania roads.
Well, Puerto Rico is a different brand of terrible road. That's like Puerto Rico has like second world roads, basically. Yeah. It's like they're paved, yes. Third world countries are not paved. Okay. Second world country paved. Third world country paved well. Okay.
First world, yeah.
Or first world, yeah. So I'm gonna put Illinois roads at second world level. These were trash, and I was like, I can't wait to crack one of my Ferrari wheels on the car, and then Illinois DOT is gonna get a very expensive bill.
And they'll ignore it.
I don't know. No. They're paying for something because those roads were complete trash.
Well, unfortunately, you're not the first person this has been a long-standing situation.
Yeah, but
pretty much all those toll roads have been like this for a long time. I used to feel bad driving my 200,000-mile work van down it. Like, you couldn't avoid stuff, and it was literally damaging just to take the road. And sometimes you didn't have a choice. It is a very unfortunate situation.
No thanks.
I don't want any part of that.
Avoid it at all costs. Literally.
I never want to go to Illinois anyways.
So if you guys ever drive through Illinois, stay on 80, and the road will still be trash through Illinois, but like don't ever try to go anywhere else because it will just be. And don't try to drive a nice car. That'll probably be the last time I try to drive through Illinois or like up to Chicago with the all road with the nice wheels on it. Fuck that. Like that. I was like every single time I was like, this just like it's just terrible.
Chicago's kind of like a fly-in city and a fly-out. Like,
right.
And
it's pretty to fly into.
Yeah, like that's the way to do Chicago because the rest of it seems to be going just straight downhill.
It wasn't a bit. Yeah, the city's fine and everything, and the place we stayed at it's kind of funny because Northwest Indiana, not like it's not a bad area, but like there's areas that you stay out of, but where we were at, where she lives, not a bad area at all, but the hotels are like way more expensive than where we stayed at in Illinois. And where we stayed at in Illinois, we stayed at the Radisson for like $77 a night.
Damn.
And it was a very nice room. I was like, how are the hotels at your place more expensive than these? And cause taxes in Illinois are crazy, but the hotels were so much more expensive where she lives. I don't know why. No idea. But anyway, I just had to, that's where I was. That's what I did on 420 was I was at a car show for like 10 hours. Move in was at like freaking like noon or something like that, and they didn't do awards till like 9:30. I was over it. That show could have been 4 hours. That show could have ended 4 hours before it did, and nobody would have complained because that was way too long to be in a show.
The good news is I heard you had Carl there.
Carl was entertaining, and I told everybody I was like, Carl's not drunk until he fucks with my car. That's when I know Carl's drunk. About 2 hours before, they did the awards, a random styling sticker on my back window
just appeared,
and it was crooked. So I just took it off and put it on again, and then
the correct way.
We accused Carl of doing it. I didn't do that. It's like, yeah, you did, Carl. It's like, I didn't do that. He's all drunk. I didn't do that.
Oh, Carl.
And I was like, well, at least if you're going to do it on my car, just put it on straight. He's like, oh, so you put it on. I was like, no, I took it off and put it back on. He's like, see, you put it on. I didn't do it. Like, okay, Carl.
Didn't Carl run over Seth with a golf cart?
That apparently...
I actually watched that take place.
Apparently the tell for Fred to know he's drunk is when he puts things on his car. My tell for when Carl is drunk is for when he runs me over with his golf cart.
That was an aggressive run over too, because it just like took you out by the knees and just like, ooh.
He didn't let off the gas. I stopped him.
Really?
Oh yeah, he rolled.
I didn't
he
see it. I just
rolled
heard
up the
about
back
it.
of my leg.
What's up with you and getting hit by vehicles?
It's a thing I have apparently.
What else happened?
It's an old story.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's pretty simple, I guess, if you think about it. Basically, I used to have this relationship, and it ended.
Sounds like it didn't end well.
Wait, hold on.
Hang on.
What?
I haven't actually. Did it end before you got hit, or did it end the moment you got hit?
No, it was well after.
Okay, so continue.
What do you
with
mean? Well, after so you
Months
got
after.
you got hit, and then you guys didn't break
Weeks
up
after.
for.
No, I didn't. Everybody was mad at me for that, but I let it go. I was like,
Okay, so she hit.
Why did she hit you?
ex-girlfriend ran you over for what reason?
Well, it really wasn't a reason. She just wasn't as intelligent as some people, and she kind of thought it was a funny joke.
Oh, she does.
What?
She thought it was a funny joke. She didn't know that I didn't know she was coming. So I
Wait, so it was a joke or like she was mad at you for something?
she was not mad at me.
She was, like, legit trying to
actually
be
had
funny.
A pretty fantastic relationship until that point. Kind of got a little rocky.
Holy fuck.
I would say that would be I'd see red flag would go up right there.
It was, but I tried to be the better person. I was essentially like witty to Fred distance right there. Like if you want to, just use that as
Sure.
a visual, it's communication.
Yeah, two,
and-
3 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, in the middle of talking to somebody,
Okay.
and then I hear a Mazda Protege giving everything it it's got through the Funplex parking lot, and I was like, oh shit! And the next thing I know is I see a whole like, you ever see like a strobe light? That's pretty much what the
Yeah.
sun looked like, because I was like flipping over like 20
what?
times through the air. Yeah, no, it was pretty wild. I went like 40 or 50 feet. Like she hit me at 40 miles an hour.
How she was hitting, and she thought she thought that was funny.
She didn't know that I didn't know she was coming. So
Why would that make it okay?
well, she thought I was going to get out of the way. That was the only thing that was.
Were you facing her?
No, I was not. I was standing.
What in the motherfuck, dude?
The person I was talking to was standing on the curb of the sidewalk, and I was standing on the edge of it. So it was a fun day. Let me tell you what, Funplex has got fun in the name for a
Did
reason.
you break anything?
Oh, she shattered my knee, and she broke my tibia and my fibia. So basically, she broke my tibia, my fibia, and my femur. 3 bones.
What? Your
So,
femur, dude?
Yeah, she literally.
Those
took,
are a couple of the hardest bones in the body.
Femur is
the
the hardest.
hardest. She took basically from the middle. Sorry, she basically took from the middle of my shin to the middle of my thigh and moved it over.
Jeez.
And then my knee shattered. I have 14 screws left in there and a plate and a rod.
Did you sue the shit out of her?
She wasn't, unfortunately, I would say this is a bad way. Like she wasn't worth much. Like there was nothing that would have been gained from it other than just ruining her life, which pretty much already happened.
She ruined your life damn near. She coulda.
Yeah,
she definitely could have fucking put you in a wheelchair,
If,
dude.
if I was a shitty person, I could have,
I would have
sucked
sued
this
her into
out,
a
but
fucking box on the side of the highway.
Until we have conversations like this, I don't
Holy
even think about it. I
shit
don't even
balls.
consider it downplay.
I'm glad you're here and walking.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, I mean, I know you still have your problems with it though. You still battle some like pains from time to time.
Occasionally,
and
the only thing that really sucks is like being like a lot of standing.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I
does it just ache or
yeah,
what?
it just aches.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like I notice things, but I don't want to say I'm above that.
That's just who you are now,
Well,
right?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let it define me. Like, oh my god, I got this one injury, so everybody in the world's gonna hear about it for the rest of my fucking life. Like,
Right. No, I feel you.
Good.
no, yeah, I mean, I couldn't. I was in the ICU.
Fuck.
Sorry, I was in the ER for almost 2 days. Then I was in the ICU for like 5 days, and then I was in the hospital for like another week.
That was
And
probably
then-
expensive.
Yeah, just that visit was like $120,000, something like that. But like the surgery alone was like 60 grand just to fix my leg. But they fixed that, and then I had to sit for basically 3 months, and then I had to relearn how to walk, and then
Good Lord.
I'm here.
How long ago was that?
It was
That was a good minute ago.
it was like 2008,
Yeah, it was a while
Well,
ago.
that's the year I
July-
moved to Nebraska.
July 3rd, 2008, I think.
Huh.
Damn.
So what'd you do on the 4th? Were you in the fucking ER on the 4th of July?
Yeah.
I would
That
imagine.
sucks.
No. You know what really sucks is that my piece of shit friend told me he came to the hospital and he bought me a bicycle, and he told me that he left it in the lobby because the elevator was full, so he walked up the stairs to come tell me about it.
What the fuck?
He bought you a bike.
Hey, he bought me a bicycle.
Just to be funny, or
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh. What a dick.
Was this Mikey?
No, it was not Mikey.
Okay, because it sounds like something Mikey would do.
No, this was this is my buddy Chris.
What a guy. Chris. Jesus Christ.
Was that like motivation to learn how to walk again?
No, honestly, that was just the relief I needed because everybody else was pretty stressed.
That was a comic relief.
I
Bikes
enjoyed it.
aren't cheap.
I could see you would
It
need
was
that.
just it wasn't a new bike. It was like his old beater bike.
Okay, then bikes are expensive.
He held true. He let me have it when he was done.
Wow,
Yeah.
such a nice guy. Okay, so Seth, what did you, other than that, what did you do on 420? I'm sorry, I don't know how we got on how you got hit by a car, but what did you do on 420?
It's a fun story, but I did homework because that's my life now. I'm boring and old.
Okay.
Old? No, you don't do homework when you're old. You're just boring.
Okay, well, apparently
Damn.
I'm not even old. I'm just a shitty person.
Well, he's trying to advance himself by going to school.
Well, yeah, that's good, but old people don't really go to school. You're like 30?
Have you been to school lately?
He is not 30.
No, because I'm out of school.
I have a few months left.
Yeah.
No, I'm pumped for you. Fuck yeah, dude. It's
No,
going
I
to be
meant
great.
for- I meant for
but you're
being 30.
young.
Yeah, he's a few
Oh,
months
so you're
later.
29.
Yeah,
Yeah.
See, you're not old, dude.
I'm basically there.
You're pretty young.
Yeah, once you turn 30, you're just like, oh shit, what happened?
You're only a third of
downhill.
the way through your life.
Honestly, 30 didn't hit me. Is when I turned 31, I was like, shit, it's really getting out of hand now, this whole aging thing.
I don't
Yeah,
want
well,
to get
you
I'm not
you
getting
say I'm a
any
third of
older.
the way through my life, but with some of the things that have happened, I might be halfway. Let's be honest.
I think you've used a couple of your lives already.
You just need to watch out for those women, dude. They are
You know,
crazy.
that's a fair statement.
Every girl's at least a 4 crazy on the 1 to 10 scale.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, for a Mazda Protege, it held up pretty well.
Did it?
Yeah. The windshield didn't. I dented the bumper. I destroyed the windshield, and I caved in the roof.
Was she upset with you for doing that to her car?
No.
Oh,
God, I'm glad.
My one of my friends that has no temperament whatsoever, is not an angry person, literally almost beat the living shit out of her because he thought it was some random person, and he drug her out of the car before he realized who it was, and was like literally just about to just break this person's life, and then was like, oh, it's someone I know, and then like the red went away for a second.
And then he was probably very confused, like, why did you just hit
The
your
worst part of-
boyfriend with a car at 40 miles an hour?
Worst part of all of it is that on that day, I started off by getting the worst haircut of my life, being the latest I've ever been to the first day of work. And then on top of that, ran home, got my swim trunks on, wore them inside out, didn't have pockets.
That's a bad day.
And then I was the only person that was coherent enough to tell them to call the police and my parents. I had to basically call my own ambulance and recite my parents' phone number so that way people could, kind of get the ball rolling on getting me out of there.
So what job did you not have after that because that was your first day of work?
No, actually, I still had the job when I got back. So
Oh.
it was just selling cars, but I was going to my very first day of like training.
Okay.
And it was one of those critical moments where you're like, if you're late, you're not getting the
Right.
situation. And that's back when I was really ambitious, and I thought that was going to be a good just like segue out of school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Kind of it changed a little bit after that.
I would say that was a great way to invite Seth back to the podcast by telling us one of the most rowdy stories I've ever heard in my life.
That's pretty crazy.
I got some gnarly scars. It's a story to tell. That's really all I get out of it.
Gotcha. Okay, Dan, what did you do on 420?
What did I do?
Oh, you got so high you couldn't remember. Oh, I'm sorry.
I didn't really do much. I
You
just
probably just watched your daughter and hung out with your girlfriend.
Yeah, and I sold my bike. My
Oh,
motorcycle.
yeah.
congrats.
He sold his
You've been
motorcycle.
Saw that.
It was nice. It's
was
sad
what-
to see it go, but I'm
You're
not going to
happy
miss
to-
that payment.
Yeah, you're happy to get that guap.
I was waiting for him to squid out of the parking lot.
Yeah, right.
Not mine anymore.
You can do whatever.
Like, all right, and we were out of here.
Yeah, thanks for the money. Yeah. Hopefully I can buy a 4Runner sometime next year.
Oh yeah, good
like
old third gen.
the newer ones.
2016 and up.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of them in general, but 2016 and up is that's acceptable.
Dadmobile. So speaking of my daughter,
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where's
I
this
get
going?
her vaccinated. You know why?
Why?
Why do you get your daughter vaccinated?
Because I don't want her to fucking die from a completely preventable disease.
That sounds completely smart and reasonable.
This
You
sounds
don't
like
want
a
to
lot
get
of common
everyone.
sense.
You don't want to get everyone
Try.
else sick either.
I bet there's no one that would oppose that in the entire world.
I don't
because
think-
that seems like a lot of common sense.
Why,
I don't know, guys.
Why would you oppose that?
But
kind
why would you want your baby stuck with 20 needles? How terrible.
Oh, they don't even remember this shit. Anyways, right now, there's like 626 reported cases of measles. And
Why is that?
of measles?
measles.
Didn't we
It's
say
something
that?
that we got rid of a long time
About
ago.
it's been dead for how many decades?
We'll check.
Well, it's gonna surpass the record that was like 20 years ago.
What for? Like
for
amount of
measles.
cases at one time?
Yeah,
Really?
20 years ago. It's gonna
So in
it's gonna pass that soon.
1999, we're gonna pass that.
1963, like vaccine for measles
1963 is when they got the vaccine for measles.
when it was
became
invented.
available.
Jeez.
What about polio? That was back in the day,
That was
and I know
bad.
that's a vaccine you get.
We cured polio on March 26, 1953.
Wow.
So 10 years earlier.
Okay, so the whole thing with the vaccination anti-vaxxers thing, here's what I want to be able to like see them have to do: explain to their child why it was okay for their parents to get vaccinated, but I'm sorry you have polio. We didn't think it was good we didn't think it was good to vaccinate you. Like, I want to see you have to tell your child,
Right.
sorry you can't walk.
Yeah.
Are bad. Are like how dumb do you feel when you're like, oh, they're not getting vaccinated, and then they get measles
Right.
or they get polio,
Or they end up like Christian.
right?
Rip.
Yeah, but it's like
What's wrong with him?
I just
Shot him out.
Oh.
like, how do you explain to your child
Right.
they got a disease that nobody else in the city, town, probably the state has,
Yeah.
and it was completely preventable.
Yep.
And it was not just preventable. It was probably covered by insurance. It was like they didn't have to
Yeah.
pay for it. It was not like hard times. It's like
Right.
this was something everybody
done.
gets for a reason.
No
Yeah.
excuse, choice homemade.
And like some kids, you can't have like a certain vaccination until you're so and so age.
Yeah.
So like those kids that don't have that vaccination, it's not because their parents didn't want to, they just weren't old enough to get it. And say their parents bring them to like a parade and this little fucking crotch goblin over here has measles and you take
Why
your
did you
kid
point to
home.
Fred?
You take your kid home and now your baby has measles now because some dumbass didn't vaccinate their kid.
Yeah, that's the.
Isn't okay? I think there's at least some school districts where they will not allow your child to go to school.
Most public schools.
Yeah, I was about to say you can't go to your child can't go to school if they haven't been vaccinated.
Yeah.
The whole point of it is mass control, so that way it's
Exactly.
not a problem that wipes out the entire U.S. population.
Yeah, and these diseases, like I said, like polio. Polio still exists, and very rarely in third world countries.
Yeah.
Well,
But
they all still exist. They can't be eradicated per se, but
Yeah,
they can
well,
be prevented.
yeah,
And
but
that's
like
Easily.
easily.
there's and it's like the people anti-vaxxers, if they're watching, God, I hope they're not, because I really don't think those people are real. Like I've never met
like
one
the
of those people
fucking-
in person, and I can't imagine them explaining their rationale.
I
to me.
have.
I could-
And anyway,
It's like the flat earthers.
yeah, exactly. But anyway, I can't I can't remember what I was going to say. Just anti-vaxxers are just, I don't understand a single, or I know what I was going to say. They'll be like, well, when I was a kid, they only vaccinated with I only got stuck with 10 needles instead of 20 needles. Like, well, we've cured a lot of shit since then.
Right. And new
So,
shit has popped up.
new shit's popped up. We've cured more shit since then. It's called technology.
Right.
Okay. And they'll be, well, no, it makes it. Who was the first, who was the actress that said it on their Twitter, and then that's where it came from.
Oh,
The
really?
anti-vax thing came from, I think it was, I don't want to get it wrong, but it was
so what you're saying is that this is Twitter's fault.
she tweeted out that she's
Social media, man.
there's a connection between this doctor says there's a connection between this and this. It was like
Autism.
Jenny,
Autism.
is it Jenny McCartney or something? I don't want to get it wrong, but it's like a McCartney or something like that name. I'll have to look it up or something. But she said that, and it was, oh my God, this is an actress. Obviously, she knows her stuff. Well, the doctor she was quoting has since lost his medical license.
Wow.
For saying this shit because it's completely false.
Interesting.
So anti-vaxxers today, it's like, how do you still believe what you said when the doctor she was quoting can't even practice medicine anymore because of what he said
Because he
about
was
vaccines?
wrong.
That's the guy that was trying to say that the big companies were fabricating it all to generate profit.
That and said it had a direct connection to having autism.
Yeah, all of those things came back to him because you can't just make shit up.
Right.
Like he got in legal trouble beyond just losing his license.
Oh yeah, he got a lot further. But the first and foremost, something that should really like, if my doctor lost his medical license,
Just stop it.
I'll be like,
don't trust them.
What else did you fuck up?
What did you fuck up when I went to go see you? Like, did you not diagnose me correctly? Like,
Right.
I'd be worried.
Yeah.
Apparently, anti-vaxxers not worried at all. They're not worried about, like, they got vaccinated a kid, but let's not vaccinate our own kid because polio sounds fun. Like, I just don't understand. I really don't understand.
Ugh.
There's two things here interesting in my search just to see if I could figure out who the person you were quoting was, and it appears to be Jenny McCarthy, as she's referenced as the anti-vaccination queen.
Jenny McCarthy, okay.
Two posts above that, I see things. Facebook and Twitter are blocking dangerous anti-vaccine posts.
Thank God.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Thank God.
that's recent. That's from.
But
They can do something.
I
good.
keep seeing screenshots from some anti-vax group where they're all in a group and they talk about, like, I saw one who's like, "There's a measles outbreak in my area. How to prevent my kid from getting measles?" Well, you
Go
fucking vaccinate them.
vaccine.
That's how you prevent
go
it.
rub yourself on whatever has contaminated with that, and then you just run away and never come back.
Jeez.
Well, they won't get it because they're vaccinated.
Well,
They were vaccinated as children, but they don't want their kid to get it. But they also don't want to vaccinate them.
my intent there was where I was going with that was a dark place. And,
Go die.
I know I didn't. No. I was going to say something that involved the children, which they aren't to blame, so I can't put them.
You can't put blame on the kids.
I
You
can't
can't
put
put
them in
blame on
harm's
the
way,
kids.
so I just kind of changed it, and then I just look like a retard.
Yeah,
so.
you can't put blame on the kids for this one. This is totally the
apologize,
parents.
so.
And like I said, like, I can't imagine, like, it should be child abuse for if your kid gets measles or polio. It's like,
Right.
It's like you literally, that was a choice. It's like, it wasn't a choice to get polio. It's like, no, it literally was. You chose to not prevent them from getting polio, which is basically saying it's okay for them to get polio.
Yeah, and then
it's
you're
not,
getting other kids sick.
it's not the fucking flu.
A fair comparison would be like, well, I didn't know that letting them play in the street was going to let them get hit by a car.
Right.
Exactly.
Just to kind of tie it back.
Exactly. Jeez.
So yeah, you gotta have control. But speaking of sidewalks. Speaking of anti-vaxxers and things in the street, one thing that stop. Don't look at me like this is not the one thing. This is
I'm on edge right here. I don't know where you're gonna go.
people that walk in the street alongside of a sidewalk.
They deserve to get hit.
They're on drugs.
I wouldn't say they deserve to get hit. There isn't a way that I can express how much I despise that
Yeah.
kind of action.
I don't get it.
You know why? It's because the asphalt is softer on their knees for impact. I'm dead serious.
Guarantee that my 215 pounds isn't going to feel any different on concrete or asphalt.
Oh, I highly doubt it is. But I mean, apparently that's what these runners and walkers say. They need the softer. I hate it too. It's annoying. It's like
There's
you're either
nothing-
on drugs or you're a runner, and you just make up stupid shit.
There's nothing more dangerous than having a group of people walking or running in the street parallel to a perfectly unused, unoccupied sidewalk,
Right, that's
making
what it's for.
vehicles have to go around you. I saw that the other day coming back, and I could not believe my eyes yet again that anti-vaxxers and people that walk on the sidewalk are on the same level to me.
What about people that bike in the street next to a sidewalk?
There's a difference between I think there's a difference between little kids biking. They should be on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Professional, like I say professional
Yeah, like a
loosely,
road
like people who are like full on like
Fitness.
Lance Armstrong gear.
Yeah.
They got a road bike. It's like, okay, I can see that, but still.
I think it depends if you're riding into traffic or with traffic. Because if you're keeping up with the flow of traffic, I feel like
Well,
that's
sure.
warranted. But
Sure.
if you're just riding against traffic because you don't want to use a sidewalk, then you might as well just fall over and leave your bike
Right.
there and walk
Yeah.
home on the sidewalk.
It doesn't make any sense.
You deserve for your knees to hurt if that's the excuse you want to use.
Yeah, fuck your knees, bitch.
Blows my mind, but
Tight.
yeah,
Nice.
But yeah.
that's just I've seen it for years, and I can't deal with it.
Speaking about being on roads and shit, I see cars all the time rolling around, and I saw quite a few cars at the show I was just at that reiterates to me that I tell people this, like, just because someone has money does not mean that they have taste.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so
true.
there's actually a Lamborghini rolling around Omaha, and it was originally it was just a green Huracan.
Never seen that. It was the ice cream cruise.
Okay, it was a green Huracan. Nothing wrong with the green Huracan. It looks phenomenal. Okay, this one they decided to get like matte black vinyl to like accent some sort of lines, and then like they put random stripes in places they don't belong. I was just like
reverse Tron.
No. It was like, and they put black vinyl around the headlight area to make it look like more mean. I was like, I don't know what you're doing, but stop.
That dude's wife hit me up to do a photo shoot of their Lamborghini and their was it a Sidewinder, one of slingshots.
A slingshot? That's all you had to say.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Right there.
Yeah.
If somebody is inclined to buy a slingshot, I already know that their taste is terrible.
Oh yeah, no. When I saw them both at the ice cream cruise, I was like, oh my god, I'm glad I didn't follow up on that.
Yeah, just at this car show I was at, dude, like,
What'd you see?
I saw a lot of underglow, which on some cars it's making a comeback. On some cars it can be
tasteful.
It can be tasteful. Okay, if it accents a certain color,
Right.
or some, it can be tasteful. I would never do it on my car because I don't think I could ever pull it off, and I wouldn't want a stigma. Okay, but it can be pulled off. But there was underglow, LEDs behind the rotors.
Ew.
Okay, and they would change colors, of course, along with the LEDs under the car. The back of it was full of stereo equipment, of course. 3-4 subs, whatever it is. The interior had like quilted leather for like the carpet. Had some sort of racing seats, off-brand Takata straps, because it didn't say Takata, it said like Takura or something like that. I'm not shitting you. It was like off-brand. I didn't know you could get off-brand Takata straps, but that's what it had.
Rip-offs are the new oil here. Everyone's just all about that.
And I found out that, no, this is the best part, okay? So under the engine bay, thank God he didn't like paint everything different colors, but under the engine bay, there's a lot of plastic covers. It was Jaguar, okay? Or it had a big-ass wing on it. Before we go to the engine, I'm going to go back to it. It had a big-ass wing on it that said, powered by Jaguar. And I looked at it and I said, I sure fucking hope so, bud. Like, you really put that? I sure hope it is. Like, you're telling people something they already know, okay? It's a Jaguar. Guarantee it wasn't swapped, all right? I'm just saying that. And then it had APR, American, or ARP, what is it? American Racing Products? Is that what it is? They make wings and shit?
Oh yeah,
APC?
No, I think it's ARP or APR, something like that. American,
Sure.
Like the guys that make head
whatever it
studs?
is, they
ARP, yeah.
they make wings and stuff, and I know what the logo looks like, but they used the company APR that tunes Volkswagens.
Yeah.
They used you can get an emblem that has APR, and you put that on your Volkswagen or Audi, whatever they tune. They took that emblem, put it on the side of the wing instead of the actual company's logo. They took that sticker off and put a different company's logo that has nothing to do with Jaguars. They haven't tuned Jaguars. They don't make Jaguar parts.
What?
And I was like, just because it's the same 3 letters. I was like, that looks terrible. Anyway, moving on to the engine bay. Anything that was exposed, a fuel line, wire, anything like that, was wrapped in some shitty wire loom. And then in the back, I noticed it had 2 10-pound nitrous bottles.
Okay.
I was like, okay, you have my, like, I do this kind of thing for a living. You have my interest. I'm going to go to the engine bay and see what it looks like. Went to the engine bay. I was like, where are the lines at? Where'd they go? Okay, it's there. Goes right past the throttle bodies. Where are they going? Because they don't go in the throttle bodies. They don't go into the
Just to
intake.
purge.
It was a dual purge setup. This dude is paying $4 or more a pound for nitrous oxide so he can purge it into the atmosphere. That's all
What
it
a
does.
waste.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's nitrous.
No, there's no to be fair. There's no fair.
It is nitrous, so it's not like it's really that big of a
There
waste.
was a shortage not too long
yeah,
ago.
because the plant.
I wonder how much he was paying like $15 a pound back then
Right.
during the shortage just
If
to
he
look cool
had
at
it.
shows. I don't even think he purged it, so the bottle's probably empty.
full.
Like any emblem that was on it had like a layer of plexiglass under it so he could light it up with LEDs.
Good God.
Like I said, I'm going to go back to this. Just because someone has money does not mean they have taste. So if you see a rich person, okay, I'm going to use Kanye for example.
Oof.
Kanye does a lot of stuff that's like
Great taste.
groundbreaking. He does Yeezys, which I don't care for really. I don't really get them.
Fred, please, we don't deny it.
I have 4 pairs of Yeezys.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. No, I actually don't. But like he does things that are like considered groundbreaking in like the fashion world or whatever. Have you guys seen a picture of his Lamborghini Urus?
Those wheels are fucking trash. Dude.
First of all,
Oh
it is
my God.
it is like matte.
brown tan.
No, it's like matte flesh color. First of all, it's not like an army.
Tan.
It's not like
nude?
It's not like an
Yeah.
army tan. It's not like an army tan.
It's like
It's like a
nude.
skin color.
Think of like a matte skin color, okay?
Like a
And
nude
then on top
brown.
of that,
I
these
don't
are
wanna think
wheels
about
that he apparently designed himself. They look like oversized Mercedes wheels, and the combination of the paint or the wrap, whatever the hell it is, with the wheels, this thing looks like a hot pile of trash.
The first,
Just like his music.
the first caption to come up here is Kanye's custom Lamborghini Urus is a cream color catastrophe.
That would be accurate. That's actually being generous because I consider it's a hot pile of trash.
This thing looks like it belongs in that new Billy Ray Cyrus music video.
Oh no!
this thing is-
I can't fucking stand that.
Yeah,
song.
I don't
The
know.
song's a heater.
haven't seen it.
You're gonna have to throw this one up. You're gonna throw a picture of this one up for the people to see.
Okay.
Don't
Oh, yeah.
forget to do it.
The car?
Yes.
Okay.
People need to
What's it?
understand how stupid this thing looks.
Okay.
It looks like a hot pile of trash. But like Kanye has a whole mess of money, right?
Yeah.
They look like they're just big discs.
Yeah. Well, they have little cutouts,
Yeah,
but
with
if you
slots.
compare like an AMG wheel to those, they look very similar.
Oh, I've seen them. Yeah, they're trash.
Yeah. Go ahead. He hasn't seen it yet.
What you think, Dan? What you thinking?
I don't like. Dan and I don't like the car to begin with.
Yeah.
I actually like the
Fred
Urus.
likes the
I
car.
actually like the Urus, and I think it would look really good with some aftermarket, maybe some HREs, and maybe
HREs make anything look good.
well, yeah, but a little lower, and then I would take like definitely a different color. But like Kanye has a whole mess of money, and he's fashion icon, blah blah blah. He did that. I'm sorry, you could be my favorite celebrity on the planet. I don't really care for celebrities' lives at all, but you could be my favorite celebrity on the planet. I would still call that hot trash. That thing looks like
Yeah.
dog shit.
Do you remember when we were talking about first cars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember my Mustang and all the stickers? I
What'd
think
you
I
do?
might have left something out.
Are you confessing something?
It was a red car, right? I had blue neon underneath it
What the hell?
that I
Woody?
wired myself.
You're done. You've
been executed.
No,
I
you're done.
fucking took out dude, I had it wired up nice. Like I had like a little flip
No
switch
wonder
that
you
I
picked the
had
blue
come
cable.
up. Like I drilled a hole in the center console and a flip switch that came up and it looked like it belonged there. And it was like a little fighter jet switch. And I fucking flip it up. And I had the cords ran down under the car. Like I had the neon underneath. It was so fucking
Okay.
stupid,
Thank you for-
dude.
You're in
I'm so
time.
glad I didn't know you back then.
You're in
I was
timeout.
such a faggot. Holy
I'm
shit.
ashamed to know you now.
I forgot about the neon. I was looking through my Facebook pictures the other day and I was like, oh my god.
I hope those are hidden.
You need to.
I think I deleted the album.
You need to. You're in timeout. For
I got
like 5
better
minutes.
taste in cars.
Yeah, it looked like you were gonna
immediately
say something, but then he talked.
The only thing I was going to say was that it was bad enough that you had red car, blue neon, but then you proceeded to say you wired it yourself, and then I got really worried for your previous self.
I've
and
never
safety.
seen Woody work on a car.
I've never seen Woody do. I haven't seen Woody change a headlamp or an air filter on a car.
I changed my headlights a lot in my V-Dub H7 bulbs at Walmart.
Hell
That's
yeah.
probably why you changed him a lot. You got him at Walmart.
Yeah, I did. I would love to learn how to work on cars more because whenever I did, we did headers and a new rear end in my buddy's car, and I mean that was fun as fuck. And when we were done, it was cool.
Yeah.
Any dumb little shit that I ever did on my cars was fun, and mostly I'd just be with my friends that they'd be working on their cars because I don't know what I'm doing, but
Oh well.
That is awesome.
That's pretty epic, honestly.
I'm glad that you remembered that because that makes me happy that you were able to admit that. It looked like it was a struggle the first time, but then you went deeper.
Well, once he said neon, I was like, oh yeah, I was that Guy.
No joke. I used to have a 2-door green 92 Jeep Cherokee, not Grand Cherokee, a regular Cherokee.
Well, that's a nice rig right there.
I was about Woody's level because I wanted to lower it and put like a big wing on it. Like I wanted to basically look like a big boxy CRX. Like
You wanted to put
I thought that was
wing?
cool.
You wanted to put a wing on it?
That was cool.
Seth.
Luckily, I'm a broke ass. Never had the opportunity to do so.
Thank goodness.
Oh yeah, and then I graduated to Volkswagens, and that was where I officially start my baseline because that was so far below that no one would ever take me seriously.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't talk about Mustang. I started with the V-Dub. Had the Passat.
Yep, that's what me and Woody. We're Volkswagen guys from the beginning. That's where we started.
Yep.
I got my first Volkswagen when I was 18,
I think I was 17.
and I still have Volkswagens and Audis.
I would love another Volkswagen. I would love my old Volkswagen. Honestly, I would take all my old cars. I want my Volkswagen back. I want my
Even the Mustang?
No, that one. That was
okay.
good. I want the Volkswagen back. Had the hottest seat warmers I have ever felt
absolutely.
in any car in my whole life. It was incredible. I took that car to California. Fucking loved that car. And then on my BMWs, I liked all three of those a lot.
I just say, we were talking about seat warmers, the Audi seat warmers, I turn them on. It's literally like 30 seconds later, it's full hot.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's like not even 30 seconds
That's
later.
nice.
I like that.
It is
German
nice.
engineering, yeah.
It's very nice.
It's almost dangerous. I actually used to worry about that in my 2002. I legitimately was concerned for the safety of myself because it got so warm, but I was so comfortable that I didn't care. I would leave it on 6 year round.
What's better than this? Nice cool day, a nice cool evening, windows down, heat on blast, seat warmer on blast, just rolling down the road.
For sure.
Not much better.
That's it. It's life.
Back after I lost my good job or whatever, that's all I had. I had the GTI, and it would be nice, cool nights out. I couldn't afford to do much. I just had gas in the car. I would just go out back on 680, just windows down, sunroof cracked.
Cruise.
I didn't have seated heats. I didn't have heat seaters in that, but I would just cruise.
You said
Stop.
the heat seaters.
You said heat instead
what
of
they are.
just heated seats.
Heat seaters. Cedar heats.
Heated seats.
Pick one.
Cedar heats.
Hey, we're moving
Your
on to
face
the more
is like
important.
a little droopy on this side, bro.
Are you stroking out, man?
Apparently so.
What's the so you like to drive around? What's the most amount of miles you guys have ever put on a car in a year?
In a year?
'Cause I put on 60 in my Passat.
60,000.
60,000 in my Passat. I drove to California twice in
Seriously?
it. I literally all I did was just drive around at night after work,
Okay,
after
you got
school.
me beat.
Yeah, I think honestly, with the TDI, because that thing, I could drive like literally like 800 miles in a tank.
How many gallons was that tank?
What?
14 and a half, 15.
Diesel
something like
life.
that. Dude, it got like 50 miles a gallon on the highway doing like 80.
That's
I go like 320 miles on a fucking 15, 16 gallon tank.
I can't even go 300 right now on an 18-gallon tank.
Yeah,
Lord.
to say the least, I missed the TDI life.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think I put like 35,000 on that thing in like
In
one of the
1
first
year.
in one of the first couple years I had it. After that, I didn't go because I went to college, and then anytime we wanted to go anywhere when we were staying in the dorm, so let's go here. Let's take Fred's car because it's cheap. Like they'd all pitch in for fuel, and they'd all owe me like $2 after we go drive for 15 hours, whatever that. Like anywhere we wanted to go, and then if I wanted, I went to Texas to visit my brother with it. I went to New Orleans all the way back, and I went to a lot of places, and it was just I missed the TDI life. 50 miles a gallon was legit.
Dan?
the most I've ever put in a year. Not a whole lot. Probably 20,000, maybe 25.
I think average is like 12 to 15,000.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
Something like that.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna hit like 14,000 this year, which is
Dang.
not
man.
good.
Well, let's say how many miles are your lease allowed?
Yeah, I'm allotted 10, and I am at 9,500 right now, and I got
Better
the car
stop.
last fall.
You should probably buy a $500 beater or something.
Hell yeah.
I'm just glad we got a lot of trips coming up, so I'll be
Yeah.
driving it.
You probably Probably find a good Mustang. Nice V6.
Maybe a V6 automatic.
I'll just
you thinking automatic?
I'm thinking convertible.
I'll just
Oh, a
pay,
V6 automatic convertible.
I'll just pay the overage miles.
Yellow with a white top.
Ooh.
You can probably pick that up for a good price.
No,
Heck yeah.
Oh God,
I'm just picturing red with a brown top for some reason. I don't even know if they make
Classy.
that, but
I don't do convertibles, dude. They're ugly. The only convertible that's good looking is like the Huracan, and I still don't want. I don't like.
I'd still rock
convertibles.
that.
I mean, if I was given it, of course, I'm gonna drive it. But I just preference wise, if I was
Right.
given like a coupe and a convertible, and you're like, "Hey, choose one," I'm choosing the coupe every day.
It depends on the car for me.
Never choose a
Really?
convertible, no matter what. I don't care what it is. I hate convertibles. Fucks up the look.
Can you change his mind, Fred?
In the right place with the right car. Because I'm not a convertible guy. Like I have one. The
Yeah.
Corvette's convertible, but I do think some convertibles look good. I also think some cars that are like hardtop convertibles, like this.
Okay.
Like real quick, like when I was in Dubai and they gave me that McLaren. We'd put like it was hot there a lot, but like, oh, we're about to go through a tunnel. Let's put the top down so we can hear this thing. Like there's times where it's like it's nice. Like full rag top, a lot of cars I don't like rag tops on.
Yeah.
But some cars, if they're like long enough, it's kind of cool to see just like a slab lowered on the ground with no top. It's kind of cool looking.
I think maybe the BMW Z4 is that the one that usually has a hard. No, there's some car that has a hard top convertible that It's not. Oh, the S2000.
Yeah.
The Honda S2000.
They have hard tops. They don't have. I mean, they have a hard top,
I don't
but
know,
it
I don't
doesn't
like
retract.
convertibles. Then never mind.
Okay.
convertibles is
Anyways.
a topic for another time. That's a full on 20-minute or just no, it's fine.
You either like them or you don't. Pretty much.
That's pretty much it.
I don't mind them on some cars. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to circle back to follow up with the mileage situation. I don't know exactly how many miles I've done in a year. I have lost track, but in high school, I bought my Jeep Cherokee when I was 16, like the month after I turned 16, had 178,000 miles on it. I sold it when the month after I graduated, so in the 2-year time period, I sold it with 216,000 miles on it. So I put all those miles on in high school.
That's in town.
In town, yeah.
You put
no.
50,000 a year in town.
Not a year, but 50,000. It's
Well,
25,000 a year.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
put 50,000 total.
That was in high school. In 2014, sorry, I'm going to skip back. My second Jetta, I bought it with 58,000 miles on it, and I sold it in like 2 years, 4 months into having it, with 119,000 on it. So I drive a lot, but the one that gets me is it actually goes back to your shitty roads in Illinois. Is when I had a work truck because I had to do a traveling job where I drove basically from work site to work site nonstop.
Yeah, I remember that.
In a 5-month period, I put 37,000 miles on that van. That didn't include all the driving I did personally. So that year was probably a good record. Like I got some good old driving miles. You almost think I'm a trucker there.
Freaking gnarly.
Seth the trucker.
Seth the trucker. All right, I don't like the way that sounds. We're gonna go ahead and retract that.
We do like 50,000 miles a year in the 3500. For work.
sure.
Oh, easy.
We do like 50,000 a year. In
You
that
guys
thing.
rotate. I had to drive all those miles.
Well, I understand that, but it's just like it's so many miles. And then with my car, I got it with 52,000, like right about 52,000. It just turned over 69,000. So that's 17,000 miles, and I've had it 9 months. I just did that incorrectly. So 17,000.
I'd be very curious to know how much money I would have saved if I had, say, your TDI instead of my 16 mile per gallon Jeep Cherokee.
Oh, dude, the TDI was clutch, dude. That was the nicest thing about the thing. I could spend like $25 at the time, fill it all the way up, maybe $30. You know, when diesel got it really expensive, $40. I could spend that kind of money, and then I could drive like 600-700 miles. But what surprised me, I've driven over almost 1,900 miles a month in the all road, and I'm out of town. How much? Like all the time. I didn't think I'd put that many miles. I was like, oh, it'd be nice. Like it's a nice car for in town, and I won't drive that much. I won't drive it that much because we're never home. 1,900 miles a month.
That's quite a
is
bit.
a decent amount of miles considering we're never here.
You drive at any chance you get.
That's true.
You're like, oh, we're going to be going somewhere closer than 6 hours away. I'm driving.
Well, yeah, because I like being in my own vehicle.
I feel you. I would absolutely do the exact same thing if I didn't have a lease.
If you bought your car and didn't.
It's not
You
even
told me it was going to be a dumb idea before I even got the thing.
When you said 10,000 miles, I was like, you're going to go through this real quick. You're like, no, we're not. We
Yeah.
we don't.
That's
We never
800
go.
miles a
Like,
month.
we never drive when we're home.
I was fucking wrong. Fred was right. I was wrong.
It's all right. You can get out of it.
Okay, the only one that's going to pay.
I got to pay to get
Like,
No, you don't.
yeah, you're going to have to, yeah.
You got to wait 3 years.
I'm
and then
right.
I'll get into something.
I'm right. You were wrong, but it's not just that. You're going to literally have to pay money for being wrong.
Oh, no. I'm thinking I'm going to pay $3,000 extra because,
Dude, just do what every other person with a lease that they didn't put enough miles on. Get like a give it like $1,000 beater and drive that in the wintertime. Just to, like it's so if you get into a wreck in the wintertime, because wrecks happen in the wintertime, it's with $1,000 car and not your
yeah, but
nice
my
car.
car's all-wheel drive. That's the whole point.
You have a lot more options than you think, Woody. You could do a lot of things still.
Yeah, I'm just going to save up $3,000.
That's like the worst thing you could do.
He's just gonna eat it.
That's a no.
right.
Don't just eat it.
Why don't you just buy the car when you're done? You love the car.
No, fuck no. I'm not buying it. After
You
3 years,
you do not buy a BMW. People lease BMWs
Okay,
and
well-
then then you turn back in
because after 3 years, it just fucking go to shit, and then you're spending
Okay,
$2
well, then
grand
you
every
trade it
time
for
you
a
go
new
in.
one, or you just walk away when
you'll
you're done.
probably just get
I'll
a
just
newer
trade
one.
it in and get the new G20. Well, obviously that's this year, so whatever the fuck it is in 3 years.
Probably still be a
So my dad literally just rolls his truck into the next truck, and it ties like $10 extra a month, like because he's,
Well, yeah.
he's done 6 months early. Sometimes it's just
And I'll probably get some forgiveness if I go into another BMW with them. I would imagine.
yeah. Usually that's what
Like,
you do.
Maybe you'll get. Maybe they'll be like, you only have to pay half, but they'll still roll it
Yeah.
into your next one.
Well, I don't know what they'll do, but
Yeah.
I'm sure you get some sort of forgiveness or
Even
discount.
Even if you were to,
I like
word
the
it-
new one.
or even if they were to word it that way, it doesn't matter. In the back end, they all make the numbers make sense no matter what. Like
Yeah.
they work it in their favor. Like
I don't really care.
no matter what they
Money
tell you,
comes and goes.
exactly. But no matter what they tell you, like they're still doing their thing. Like that's how they operate. So
Yeah.
it's literally they just tell people what they need to hear anymore, and then whatever makes that person feel
And then they
satisfied.
just do what they're gonna do.
Exactly. That's as long
And
as
that's fine. I just wanted a car that felt good to drive. I don't really care what happens behind the scenes. I'm paying money's money, dude. It's whatever.
Speaking of paying money, I got a hypothetical situation for you.
Oh,
Okay,
geez.
we're hopping to hypotheticals right now.
I
Hypotheticals.
just kind of figured I'd dive into it. 'cause-
Okay, we're gonna hop in. Okay, guys, just like we do every
Time
episode.
until you guys stop wanting to do it, we're gonna do hypotheticals.
Basically, yeah. We're gonna close this episode with hypothetical questions, like we do all the time. We actually got one in the comments this time. Guys, if you want a hypothetical question or anything like that or a topic, let us know in the
No
comments.
matter what it is,
yeah,
we don't care.
Whatever. But anyway, go ahead.
Worst case, you throw it out there, then we'll just ignore you, or we'll heart you. Who knows?
Is this from a fan or is this yours?
Oh well, yeah, I'm gonna start with mine just because I want to get out of the way, and then we can dive into this one right here afterwards. Actually, you know what? It's all about the fans. Let's start with the fans. This one is from Give Me Some Mo.
Mo Wacker Maui, what up, boy?
What's up, Mo?
Hey,
Would you rather go back in time knowing the following week's lottery ticket numbers for $1 billion prize, or continue to live your normal life knowing that you will solve world hunger just moments before you die?
Holy shit!
I'm taking that $1 billion.
Taking that. Is that
It's a billion.
or a million?
Is it?
$1 billion.
Oh, I'm taking the
prize.
billion.
Taking the bill.
I'm sorry,
Sorry,
people.
guys.
I'm selfish.
Here's how you. No, here's the thing though. You
could
solve
share
world
that money.
hunger, nobody's gonna listen because you know why? We probably already solved it. You go fucking all the grass in your front yard, man. What? That's a waste. You could be planting food if everyone had gardens and everyone had farms.
I think
bro.
I think they're saying like you legit solved it, and like you could grow some sort of thing for free out of nothing. Like legit, you solve it for the entire world. Just don't analyze.
But I wonder
it.
what
Don't
color my
analyze it.
Lamborghinis would be after I got that $1 billion. Like my jet would be black, like white on the underside, black
jet.
on top.
Man, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and be I'm gonna go ahead and go with them and be a piece of shit and say people of the world that are hungry. I'm gonna
share
be
as much
rich.
as I
I'm be-
can.
I'm be
There's
rich as
McDonald's
hell.
everywhere nowadays, dude. You guys are fine.
Not in Africa.
Yeah.
There's probably some in Africa.
I don't
South
think-
Africa is fucking booming, man. Just walk down there.
With my $1 billion, I go put McDonald's in South Africa.
Yeah,
That's what I'm hearing.
You know, I'd honestly probably help quite a bit of people if I ended up with that much money. It'd be cool. Go around and like cover it, do like little multimedia stories.
Oh, well, yeah,
getting water to places or shit.
Everybody would help people, but the fact that
Not everybody.
you
There's
could
not some good people.
you could legit save the entire. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna. Be a
the
piece of
world's
shit.
already overpopulated. Fuck it.
So
Give me that
either
billion.
possibly live a very shitty life for the rest of my life, but at the very last second I saw world hunger,
Taking the $1 billion,
or
yeah.
you get $1 billion
Money.
right now, and then you can live however you want for the rest of your life, and that includes helping people.
You could
with
start a
that $1 billion.
foundation for world hunger, and maybe someone else will solve it, and then you still have millions and millions and millions of dollars. Fucking win-win. Thanks,
What are you
Mo.
going with?
Oh yeah, you.
You.
What up, guy?
Third guy, or fourth guy we don't know about. I think I would just have to take the money and try to do something better with it than gambling on that, because I don't know. I think that I could do a lot more. Like if I were given like $1 billion tomorrow, like I would put 99% of it into something else. Like
Yeah.
I'm fine living my life. I don't need to go live some exotic bullshit and then try to be some fake ass person. Like I would take enough to be comfortable and to not have bills and stress all the time. And I would just.
Would you just donate it, or would you want to be
no,
their
hell no.
front
I don't-
hand and you want to see the happenings and choose?
I would be.
Okay,
it'd be
good.
at my discretion. It wouldn't be just like, oh, I'm going to give it to a bunch of charities.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Watch
because
a bunch
that's
of
some
people profit.
bullshit.
Yeah,
That doesn't go anywhere.
I'm gonna tell you
helpful.
straight up. I would have a nice piece of land.
Oh, absolutely.
I would have a decent house. It wouldn't be like 30,000 square feet or whatever the ridiculous mansions are, but I would have so many cars. Like
His garage would be 30,000.
my garage would be 100,000
Leno
square feet.
would envy you.
My garage would be 100,000 square feet, and it would be all the cars I ever wanted, and I'd be building my own cars. And I just like
That'd be fun.
I'd have a nice house.
I'd come
I'd
hang
have
out all
I'd
the
have a
time.
very nice house.
Yeah.
But it would
You don't need a Playboy mansion, though.
it would be a 30,000. It'd probably be like a 10,000 square foot house.
That's Playboy
I would-
mansion
I would be-
size.
yeah, that's big.
I'd be a very modest billionaire, but I would. I don't know. I'm fine living this.
I could see Seth being modest. The second that money hits Fred's account, this motherfucker's Harley Quinn in every goddamn
Oh
car
my
he
God.
gets.
Here's
He's gonna be
the
a
thing.
huge
Here's the thing.
Harley Quinn house.
The type of it's Harlequin, not Harley Quinn.
Harley
Two different
Quinn.
things.
Harlow.
So the one thing I don't want to be is a billionaire that doesn't spend his money.
yeah, that's pretty
So like
lame.
So like people want to be wealthy so they have financial security and they can buy nice things, right? That's why they want to be wealthy. When you look at when you look at Zuckerberg, and
His name is Mark.
yeah, when you look at Mark Zuckerberg, you look at what he drives. It's like, oh, he drives a 5-year-old Acura. That's not what you're supposed to do with $100 billion.
Well, to be fair, with the way direction his company is going, he may be smart by just keeping it around for that rainy day when if Facebook collapses.
I don't think his money's going anywhere. But
No, but maybe the company.
well, he's still going to be worth billions. But like
Exactly, but that's the
like
thing,
when I
he'll
see
have
that
that.
kind of thing, it's like if you just hit like let's say the next mumble rapper just hit, or you just signed a rookie deal for the NFL, and then you
Ray
blow
Cyrus
all
gets
your
his first hit.
money on stupid shit, and you're not going to be hot for very long. You should probably save some of that. But for somebody like Mark Zuckerberg, I'm sorry, Mark, you could probably daily drive a LaFerrari and be just fine.
How
Throw it away at
updated
the
is
end of
that
the day.
information? Because I've heard you mention that. Like,
What do you mean updated?
I just like, do you still drive that car? I swear you told me that like a couple of years ago.
Judging for the fact that it was 5 years old at the time and he was still worth like
Yeah,
billions.
I don't know. I was just like, maybe
I-
the media is weirdly.
I would
spinning
really
off and he
like to.
actually
I would really
drives.
like to hope that he has secret group of cars that are actually really nice. But
Okay.
Probably, that's probably the only way you can have it.
okay, what was your hypothetical?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm a Chipotle fan.
Naturally,
As
Yeah.
am I.
Chipotle's. For
I
life.
don't go to the Chipotle on 72nd anymore. It's a sad day, but I gave it enough choices. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this. So let's just hypothetically, you're in line. Mm-hmm. You're ordering your burrito. You get your rice. You get your beans. You get your protein. And you're halfway down the line when you realize the person serving you has a skin disease.
What do you mean skin disease?
Like dry, flaky skin, sores.
It's like
on her
flaking
arm.
off into the.
Like
Uncovered.
leprosy?
Like I don't know, like psoriasis
May as well be.
or anything that creates dry.
Okay, and it was going into the food and shit.
I didn't
wouldn't
honestly
eat
pay
it.
attention, but
It's
like,
gross.
what would you do? Would you just leave, or would you be like,
Oh shit! What? You've got to be kidding me. Dude, I got to go.
Yeah,
That's what's happening.
so I know Whitty pretty well. He wouldn't fake a phone call. He would legit just call the person out because he's an asshole.
That's
You
fair.
gross, bitch. How you up here on the fucking food line with your flaky ass skin? Ugh.
That's exactly what he would
Yeah.
say to a person in real life because
That's
he doesn't have a
probably fair.
filter.
Yeah.
And he's dumb like that. So,
So, Fred, what would you do?
dude, I would, if I saw it, I was like, I would probably say something. I'd be like, dude, I can't take, like, I would try to be nice about it. Be like, I saw like some of his skin flake off of my food. I can't.
It's gross.
Like I just can't. I can't do that. And just be like, I would just try to be real about it, and then like I'd probably go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Dan?
No, I would do the same thing. I'd be nice about it. I wouldn't be a dick.
I don't know what I would do. Depends on what mood I'm in.
I'd just be like, hey, man, I saw some of your skin go into my food.
Oh, this is so terrible thinking about.
I think I'll have to go eat somewhere else. I can't do it. Sorry. Bye.
Blows my mind.
What did you do?
I ate the burrito.
Oh, you fucking
savage.
shit.
Would you like more Parmesan?
Oh, God damn.
Scrape that shit. I got the elbow. It's
It was the first person in line, or the second person in line, and she was just on
Wait,
the line, but she
this is-
skipped. Like I didn't get her. She was just in the line.
But you saw her, though.
Oh,
so
Yeah.
you knew.
So she
you're
didn't
safe.
handle my food specifically,
Okay.
but it did fuck me
Still,
up.
though, could have, like,
This is
floated
a real-
into the bucket.
This was a real thing.
Yeah. She still
Yeah,
works
dude.
there.
I missed that.
I haven't been to Chipotle in a few months because I've been on that diet. But
Whose decision was it to hire somebody?
That's pretty.
But before that,
Yeah.
For
if
food
you
service.
have a skin disease and you don't plan on covering it, why would you apply at a food service?
Yeah.
well, at a place like that where it's like,
High pace and it's uncovered.
well, and
Long
people
sleeve
like if you
required.
do, well, there's probably people like that, but they're like back in the kitchen and you don't know about it, and you still eat the food.
That's the thing that
I
fucks
guarantee
me
it's
up
probably
is
happened a lot of times.
That's when I hadn't seen her on the line. I saw her one other time and I just left. But then the other time I saw her, she was in the back cleaning all the food, and she had a sleeve on one arm, but the other arm had like a sore on it, and I was like,
Dude, what the?
this is over the course of months. So I honestly I've only been to Chipotle once in the past like 30 days, and maybe twice, but I don't go to that location anymore because I just felt bad about it. Like
Who wants
Me.
to? I don't want to think about skin and food anymore. Who wants to go next in that
go with
hypothetical?
Whitty.
Go for it.
All right. So I was just searching through. This one made me laugh.
It's only
Would
funny
you-
to you right now. If you could
Would
tell
you
us.
still jack off if when you came, your semen was one big sperm, and afterwards you had to fight it?
absolutely not.
Whitty, how high were you when you came up with this?
This is on the fucking internet, dude.
Yeah, that's
I'm going to go ahead and say if I have to fight something after I'm going to go ahead and say no.
Oh, why you think jack off and then you get I'm ready?
Dude, I would just jerk off into like a fucking meat grinder. One and done.
That's pretty extreme.
I'd probably
Dude, you wouldn't have to fight it.
a meat grinder. Why not like a pocket pussy or something? That sounds a little nicer.
So he's contained.
No, I'm not like fucking.
The mini fighters can.
you get a pocket pussy and then you screw the lid on her. Is there a lid? Like that'd be
You just-
real convenient.
you just
Strapped like a genie. You rub
I'm
it.
not fucking. I'm not.
You just
fucking
built the
a
whole
meat
construct
grinder.
and
Okay.
put that idea in, and then you asked him if there was permission to have a rule in it.
Yeah, that's fine. Keep going.
I'm not fucking a meat grinder. I'm, releasing my sperm into.
What if you like
the meat
slipped
grinder?
and you like fell forward?
Hey, you got.
What would you do, Seth?
I apparently just explode. I don't know. Like this is deep.
Dude, imagine how big your balls would be.
Wow.
So you wouldn't jack off.
I don't know what I would do. That's
How good of a fighter is he? Is he like
Yeah, there's a lot of
Muhammad
questions.
Ali popping out, or
This
is he
is
like?
your question. Why are you asking us?
I'm just wondering because I
second
didn't. I don't know what the rules are.
I'm saying if we're talking like a mini Mike Tyson, I'm not jacking off.
Someone said I might jack off more.
it's impressive.
Oh my
Jesus.
goodness gracious.
Okay, can we move on?
Yeah.
Okay, I have one. It's another money thing. If you okay, I'll give you $100,000 right now, or You can. What the fuck? Can you just focus?
I am focused.
Quit reading your phone.
But I was just
I'll give you $100,000 right now, or you can. Jesus Christ, Whitty. Can you go in the other room and laugh? You're being.
You can't even hear me.
Execute it.
Just talk. Wait, man, focus. Focus.
You're the one supposed to focus. Because I'll give you $100,000 right now, or you have the chance. I'll give you like 4 cups in front of you. 3 of the cups are empty. One of them has a ticket that's worth like $1 billion. You have a 1 in 4 chance. Now we'll say 1 in 5 chance. 1 in 5 chance. 5 cups. One of them has $1 billion coin in it. Or I can give you $100,000 right now, guaranteed. No questions asked. No taxes. Nothing. Which one are you taking?
Easy question. Easy for me. I would take it and walk away. Safe.
100 grand right away?
100 grand. I can do a lot with that.
You have 5 cups. You got to pick the
I know
right
what
one. Are
Dan's
you doing
doing.
it or no?
I mean, I don't have the money anyways.
Why don't you talk in your
I don't
mind?
have the money anyways.
That's fair.
So I'm gonna gamble.
Yep.
I'm gonna find that coin.
I'm gonna go
hopefully.
and hang out with Dan and gamble too.
So
Because $1 billion, like 1 in 5, dude, that's a pretty damn good opportunity.
Like my life's not that.
yeah,
shitty.
you have a 20% chance of getting it.
It's pretty good. I'm taking the $1 billion. If
I'm gonna go ahead and back
like,
up here. I got hit by a car and I knew the person, so I'm gonna go ahead and cash out.
I think you're due.
Yeah,
I
no.
think you're due.
No, that's just my luck. So with my luck, I would somehow owe like $1 billion. So, Fred, what
What
would
would you do?
I take the 100,000.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
safe bet.
Safe.
Just it's I can't invest it probably well enough to make $1 billion out of it, but I can invest it and make myself. I can look at that $100,000 and be like, I can invest that and make myself comfortable
Your fashion line.
instead of like, oh, let me get a 1 in 5 chance of getting $1 billion. It's like, what happens if I just lift the cup? There's nothing there. It's like I could have had $100,000.
You have a 4 in 5 chance of getting nothing.
Exactly.
And this is how Frederick Paul was created.
Yeah, Frederick Paul. I'm taking that $100,000 and I'm making my handbag line. Frederick Paul is going to be on all the shelves, all the basic white bits. So I'm going to make $1 billion either way with my handbag line. So,
I'm down. So,
all right, what do you got for hypothetical? Last one. What do we got?
all right. If you knew you had 24 hours to live,
Okay.
what would you do with your last 24 hours?
That's not hypothetical. Yeah,
not?
it kind of is, I guess. I was
Well, there's
thinking
no
of giving
one
me
or the other.
options. What would I do with my last 24 hours?
Yeah.
I'd have to be in that situation to figure that out. I
just
honestly
think
have
about it.
no idea.
I know.
What would you do?
I'd go straight to the airport and fly over to one of those just beautiful areas. Go to fucking Indonesia or
I
something.
would not do that because you're gonna waste 18 hours on a plane and then you have 6 hours.
Well, I'm going to go like fucking steal a fighter jet and get over there in 3 hours, bro.
You're gonna get killed
Yeah.
before you get to a fighter jet.
Bet.
Bet.
I'm going to pause time. Then I'm going to go over and
Oh, you got superpowers all of a sudden.
Yeah, I just hadn't told nobody before.
What would you do in the last 24 hours of your life?
I would probably start an anti-vaxxer campaign.
God damn it, Seth.
That just makes me sick thinking about it. It's the biggest waste of time.
already.
I'd go over to Germany, go to that 12-floor brothel and fuck my way to the top.
Jesus.
Oh, this is the all you can eat.
Hell
all you can fuck?
brother.
All you can fuck buffet.
Yes. Why? Pop some Molly? I'd just take like a fat fucking roll and just go fuck my way to the top.
Jesus.
Honestly, what else better is there to do? You have one day. You could fuck 100 girls in a 12-story building rolling your nuts off. I don't think it gets better than that.
I don't know. I don't have that frame of reference.
I can't really say if that would be great or I don't know.
It'd be great.
It probably,
You're making it sound pretty good.
yeah, I mean, you've sold me on the.
All right.
I'm doing it, but honestly, I'd have to be in that situation because like that's a hypothetical. It's like I don't like. There's either you spend it with your
pretty
family,
deep.
either you spend it with your friends, like you tell all your friends and family, so you could spend it all together doing just something together, or
That's good.
you go fuck off and do something by yourself, and then you die alone.
Bro, you're not dying alone. Like, let's be real.
Okay, what would you do?
I bring all the homies out and the family, get it together, and do whatever the fuck
So like a
we
big
want.
prayer session or something? Jesus Christ.
No.
It's like a good old bonfire. Like it's people, people hang out outside church.
Dude,
together.
I'd find like the biggest lot of land and just fucking party and do whatever.
He would
have a
recreate
good
your
old
last
time.
weekend over 420.
I wonder what that 12 floors
Not
like.
everybody wants to die alone with
12?
with strangers.
Die alone? I would be dying with like hopefully 12 different girls in the same bed as me.
Your soul would be alone.
Well, one thing's for sure,
No,
Woody would probably have some sort of lineage after that.
Dude,
So he might-
everyone dies.
He might die, but part of him would live on.
Do I just die or does the whole world explode?
No, just you.
I want the whole world to explode.
Well, that's not fair.
So I just die? Like, it'd be,
Yeah,
it'd be
you're
weird.
dead.
Like, these
If the
girls
whole-
are fucking me and then I just die?
If the whole world exploded,
Oh, sucks for them. I'm dead,
everybody
so-
would be doing whatever they wanted.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just you.
Just
that's gonna
you.
Die.
Witty.
Don't be
I'm
selfish.
doing the same thing.
Let's say you went to this brothel, fucked your way to the top, and they gave you 12 different kids. All 12 of them had anti-vaccine moms. Would you still do it?
Well, I'd be dead.
Knowing that's the future, would you still do it?
Strippers are going to vaccinate their kids. God damn, I don't know. What if strippers, do they vaccinate their kids?
I don't know. It's just a hypothetical.
I'm gonna guess actually a lot of strippers just do what the doctors tell them to do.
Yeah.
And so they're a lot smarter. So I'm gonna say 99% of strippers are probably smarter than anti-vaxxers.
All right, so yeah, they wouldn't do that. They'd all vaccinate.
Okay, well, that's
their
not the question. Hey, you can't just
Well, it
you
is.
can't just change the
You
question.
can't just change my question. This is Dan's
He
question.
just adjusted the question.
I just adjusted it back.
All right.
Okay, guys, that is our last hypothetical question of the night. Thank you guys for watching.
Yep.
We'll see you guys in the next episode. Like, subscribe, comment below, give us a topic, give us
Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Click that bell.
give us anything. Yeah.
Give us
like,
donations.
subscribe. Put a topic in the comments. Put a
Hypothetical.
in the comments. Do any of that. When you subscribe, if you do, hit that bell next to it so you get notifications every time I drop a video. That's going to do it. This has been Unpopularity Contest. I'm Fred.
I'm witty.
I'm Dan.
And I'm also Seth.